What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. We're going to talk about that crazy week in wrestling, because we have to start with what definitely happened on Monday, because by the time I listen to this, Raw has already passed. It's the next week, but I still got to talk about the week of the debut here, because we had crazy debuts on each three shows, and like I said, it was very rare that a Raw, a SmackDown, and an NXT was all good in the same week. All very good in the same week. I gave them all 8 shows. So they was really bringing the heat. And on Monday, we got the debut of the Wyatt Six. So that is Uncle Howdy and his,
Band of Misfits.
Yeah, the Band of Misfits, which are played by Nikki Cross, Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, and Bo Dallas, for those who don't know. Because Bo Dallas I
just got a quick story.
Okay.
I seen Dexter Lumis like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, that can't be Dexter Lumis.
Dustin Rhodes?
No, Dexter Lumis.
Oh, Dexter Lumis, gotcha, okay.
Because he was like, oh yeah, my name is Samuel. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And like, he got the arm tattoo of, he got the arm tattoo and everything, but he got he don't got a beard. He got I don't even know what you call this looking goatee. And he got long blonde braids. So that's probably what threw me off.
Oh, he got hair now?
He got long blonde braids.
Wow.
I don't know if the extensions are wet, but I'm like, he got long blonde braids. And he's like, yeah, my name's Samuel. And he the tattoos was matching up, but his name is Samuel because his real name is Samuel. But I thought Dexter Lumis was 6'2", 6'3".
How tall is he coming off to you?
I don't know. I was looking eye to eye with him. That's all I'm saying.
How tall are you?
I'm not that tall at all.
I ain't what I asked you. I said, how tall are you?
Yeah, I'm 5'7", 8".
All right, there ain't no way Dexter Lumis is 5'7". Okay, because
that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying usually I'll be looking up. I'm looking at him not in, close. I don't have to look up. Yeah. I'm looking at him
look at him in the chin,
in the face. Yeah, well, I was looking at him in the face. What I'm saying, I don't have to look up. But I thought he 6 something. He don't seem like it. So that's why I didn't know if that was him or not. But then when they on TV, he got the braids. So I'm like, maybe that was him.
Were you able to see the braids through the mask?
He got the braids on the side. He got the braids they out the thing.
So, according here, while I'm looking it up, Dexter Lumis is 6'2".
That's a lot.
239. Now, hold on, Paul. This is the same man who told us that Thunderbolt Patterson was missing limbs.
Okay, first of all,
okay,
first of all, that was on Google. That was on Google. That's why I had to ask the group. That was on Google. That's not on me. Google also says that he's 6'3". I don't believe that one.
So like I said, I don't necessarily know, but I know because if you stand at least 5 feet from somebody, you can look them still eye to eye. But
no, I'm talking about I had to give him something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. so we go out to wait and see, but what I was saying is Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, Nikki. So they all formed this Wyatt Six, and they made an impact because I didn't know what the impact was going to be like. They had to make an impact, almost Nexus level style impact, NWO style impact. You can't just go attack one person. You got to make some kind of impact. And on Raw, Nikki Cross came out. She crawled like the zombie version of her, or that Abby the Witch version of her, crawls out and she points the cameraman to the back, who got that one continuous shot going on. I mean, talk about like a horror movie, and you just had Eric Rowan in that rabbit mask, that rambling rabbit mask with that mallet that said "Help me" on there with his bodies around, and this was a lot darker than I thought it was going to be.
Well, hold on now. Let's play into the tributes and all that. Cause you know he had the Luke Harper mask on his back, and he had the Bludgeon Brother hammer.
Yeah, he had the Bludgeon Brother hammer. I missed the Luke Harper mask on his back.
Yeah, it's on his back. He got the Luke Harper mask, and then Bo got the Bray Wyatt gloves. I think they said I thought it was the love-hate ones, but it said Bray on it. So
yeah.
I said Bo. I mean Uncle Howdy.
Yeah. Oh no. We know what you're talking about. Gacy had on the Huskus pig with a gas mask, and he had some bodies around him. Where Dexter Loomis was at with the Mercy the Buzzard face mask on. That's when we got to see, like, there was this guy, just blood on the wall. Like, it looked like there was a murder that happened. And then we got to see Chad Gable, like, he got shot in his head. Like, there was just so much murder that's happening. People was actually going around throughout the whole week trying to figure out, identifying who people were that were on the ground. Now, it just turns out, of course, the stuff that I was reading, they brought in extras for all that, because people was talking about some Strowman, people was talking about Carmelo Hayes. I'm like, it can't be Carmelo Hayes. He's on SmackDown,
right?
And he wouldn't just come there to get beat up and then just go on SmackDown and win a qualifying match. We ain't gonna do that. That wouldn't make no sense at all. So they had a ton of extras, and you know, Uncle Howdy almost had a scary moment when he almost tripped over the bodies. And I was like, boy, that would have been a Shockmaster moment. Could you believe if he had tripped, whole shit would have been dead.
Yo, facts.
Whole shit would have been dead. I was like, yo, but he played it all. But I was like, yo, please, yo, the spirit of Bray, hold this man up, because I know it was hard to see. Okay, it was very hard to see.
Especially with all that smoke and everything.
Exactly. But they came out. And they was on the stage, and I mean, they look creepy. They're very sinister. I was all for it. I am a little worried, but I'm all for it. How'd y'all feel about it?
I'm worried too, but I'm worried too. But
I'm here for it. The only thing is just like, who are they going after? Because I thought they'd be on both shows, but they're only on Raw. Well,
according to some of the things I was reading, that a lot of I don't know if this was Fightful or something I was reading, but everybody who was not there or who had tweeted that they left early, everything was strategically planned out, and some of these storylines are going to be linking through all the shows. So we saw on Raw tonight that obviously, you know, they kind of scared Chad Gable a little bit. So we will see if there's anything on NXT. We'll see if there's anything on SmackDown of whatever they are trying to do, because it needs to be grounded in reality more so than how Bray had it with The Fiend, because the supernatural being is hard to do in wrestling. Wrestling and horror don't always go well together, because it's wrestling. And you're going to have to still do a collar and elbow tie-up, you know, as these characters. So you got to figure out a way to make this thing work. Now, the good thing, I thought, is that on Raw tonight, when they put the VHS tape in, I thought, what there was one thing that annoyed me about that tape, though, but I'll get to that in a minute. But having Uncle Howdy interview Bo Dallas, or, you know, kind of like a therapy session with Bo Dallas, I was wondering if they was going to do that to, like, reveal themselves to be like, instead of a supernatural being, let this be like a cult, like this man is crazy, losing his mind type thing, and it can be more grounded in that. I was like, maybe you can play two parts. You can play Bo Dallas, and then you can play Uncle Howdy. you know, and what how this played out. So I enjoyed that segment because they're not straying away from the issue. They are keeping the Bray Wyatt name in this storyline. Obviously, it's the Wyatt Six, and then of course, had Bo Dallas like addressed it. He's not just a whole new character that doesn't know who he is. He's like, yo, my brother died and my world came down. And that would be any kind of justifiable reason for anybody to snap.
No, that's a fact.
You know, so especially if they lose their brother in the way that he did die. So I can understand all of that kind of, you know, adaptation. Now, once again, that it only explains one member. But what are we going to do going forward? Like, those things I'm kind of interested in, and to see how much it can be successful. The only thing that bothered me about the video, I was like, this would have been way more creepier if they just let it play like an actual VHS tape. All the cutaways with, you know, and, you know, the little scratching and the little YS6 stuff, I'm like, okay, obviously kids don't know how VHS tapes play, but for somebody who still has a VHS player, I'm like, I need the tracking lines, okay? They had a couple moments where it's like like the film would stop, but you can still hear the audio. I'm like, okay, that's what a VHS would do, especially in today. But these little cutaways to the YS6 and keep seeing the little bird thing, keep the little like scratches with the camera cuts. I'm like, it's too high budget for a VHS. The whole purpose of you giving Michael Cole that VHS tape was for it to be played like an old school 90s VHS tape. And it just felt too modern to me, with like a VHS overlay on it, in my personal opinion. I was like, if it just played like a classic VHS tape, I felt as though that would have been more creepier, opposed to trying to put these little cuts into it to make it to update or I guess to try to find a way to make it even more creepier. I'm like, it's more creepier when it's just playing because it's so old. You know, you gotta push the tracking button to get it, because I was just like, how is this being played? First of all, for them to give them a VHS tape in the first place, I was just like, what?
Where the hell you gonna find a VCR?
Exactly. Even with all the they got in the back, like, what?
In 2 hours. In 2 hours. In the middle of Indianapolis.
Exactly. Like, where the hell? You can't just go on the Rite Aid and buy that. You can't just go on eBay and expect to get that shipped right now. I mean, that would have been cool. Because honestly, that would have been kind of cool to the point where, like, you see them in the back of the production, like, hey, is there any way we can play this? And it's like you build up suspense because you can't find a way to play it, to the point where there's like, we got to call and probably find a way to get a VCR. And you can even drag it for another week. You can even drag it to NXT or Smackdown. There's ways you can drag it to that. Like, those are kind of interesting things that I'll be looking forward to. Because if that was the case, you just put it back. You could just give them a DVD, a Blu-ray, a disc. You know, a
flash drive.
A flash drive. You know, but to me, the quality of what they were trying to go for, I enjoyed the segment. I thought that the segment was excellent. I thought that just the stuff that they was going for with the quality of how old it was, it didn't stick the landing for me personally. So,
I ain't taking points away.
Oh, I ain't saying taking points away, but I ain't want to notice that, like, if you gonna keep giving out VHS tapes like you Jigsaw, then play like Jigsaw. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna keep doing that, make sure you do it right. Don't pull out a gun in Act 2 and don't use it in Act 3. You gotta do it right.
Right.
Gotta go all the way. But that and also along with all those with the YS6 stuff, we still had Money in the Bank qualifiers. Jey Uso's going to the Money in the Bank. We now found out that Chad Gable's going to the Money in the Bank. Andrade's going. Carmelo Hayes is going. So I'm like, okay, we got a nice little roundup going to this ladder match.
We had the resurrection of Chad Gable. He going.
Is that resurrection of Chad Gable? He's doing all right. I know you. It's happening. Did you see it?
I
saw it. I saw it tonight.
It's happening.
I saw it. It's happening.
Honestly,
it's happening.
It's like copy and paste. Like I need 2 men and a woman. Bam, right there. It's happening, and I think I'm like, let it happen in Money in the Bank, or let Chad Gable get attacked by the Y6 again, and he want Otis to help him, and they try to come to help him. He like, oh, you didn't help me the first time. It's cool. You get these Creed brothers in there. It's happening. Mm-hmm. I saw all that.
Ivy Now was there too.
Yeah,
I saw you.
I'm saying she gonna replace Maxine and be a way better upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, she already did. All you gotta do is know how to punch.
Yeah. Not probably you. You aggressive, but yes,
I'm not wrong.
No, you are not wrong. So, but now we still have more stuff in the week because on NXT last Tuesday they had a battle royal to determine who was going to face Trick Williams and NXT Heatwave for the championship. And Cody Rhodes told him the week before, you may have other challengers from other locker rooms. And, well, he wasn't lying because we did get some TNA names. Everybody was looking for that. And we did get Frankie Kazarian, who was like, because he was like WWE years ago. But now he's back with Frankie Kazarian under TNA. But that wasn't the big debut. Because the big debut was Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Clap.
I don't like how everybody all late to the Joe Hendry train, but when I was on it, people was at like,
all right, gatekeeper, we get it.
There we go. People was like, oh, this guy suck.
No, he just Prime. It's all good. He just mad because he had a better diss track for Top Dollar than Top Dollar had for him. but I
haven't been keeping up with Joe Hendry.
What'd you say, Prime?
I haven't really been keeping up with Joe Hendry and TNA. I just know I just already knew like he had a crazy entrance and all that kind of stuff, and he was doing all this extra stuff. I went on the Joe Hendry binge, so I'm glad that he's getting well deserved recognition.
As I said, Joe Hendry is good. Like is the gimmick like a motivational speaker, Joe Osteen type guy? That's the
no,
huh?
No, it's not.
Then what is it?
His gimmick is that he's not a singer, but like he just.
I ain't say he was a singer. I said Joe Osteen. You know who Joe Osteen is?
No, I'm saying, but his gimmick is like it's evolving around music where he makes different songs for his opponents, and he'll have a different entrance, and he'll like cover a song, but it's him.
Yeah, it's okay.
He'll do something. He'll add like he'll come out to like Limp Bizkit, but like all the lyrics are like of his opponent.
Yeah, but I know because he did it with Top Dollar. He did it with Matt Cardona. Yeah, so
so he'll do it like he did a Queen entrance one time and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't know if it's Joel Osteen though. I don't know if it's like I believe as in like that type of believe. I think he just he always has like a his song was like Joe Hendry clap clap. You know, it's just something to get the crowd to sing basically.
Well, he got a massive pop when he came out there, and I was all for it, and I was like I said, especially after that whole banned from diving thing was hilarious. And he gets cut a promo, so all you gotta do is say his name, and now he gets in the ring, and they all start attacking him, and then Frank Kazarian throws him out over the top rope, which on TNA later in that week they had a match. It was like a storyline within the storyline. TNA is happy to be here. They're just like, we get exposure. We get exposure to now we get some of the NXT.
I am very happy to be here.
Exactly. I mean, it's to the point. It's like, hey, y'all building up TNA in a good way. And Joe Hendry went to the back, and they had camera of him going back with Shawn Michaels, and he was pissed about that. He said, I can show up any place, anytime I want. All you gotta do is say his name. And Shawn was like, I believe. Now
that last little part wasn't needed. I ain't gonna lie. So, you know.
Reports have shown that the officials backstage with WWE are very high on Joe Hendry, and this ain't gonna be his only appearance in NXT. And that there is rumors that they may send some NXT people over for like TNA's big show for Slammiversary. I know that AJ Styles said he has no problem going back over there for an appearance.
They're not sending AJ Styles.
I know, but he ain't doing shit now.
He's going to Japan.
Still not. They are not sending AJ
Japan,
Styles. Yes. AJ Styles does not want to go back to there.
No,
he do what he don't. He do what he don't.
I'm about to say, he do for like an appearance, but to work there, nah.
No, he want to go back to the Impact Zone in Orlando. That's what he don't want to go to, center stage at Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
They in Philly this weekend, ain't they?
Yeah, I think they had the 2300.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I know teenagers will be coming to Philly. Okay, shit. Damn.
Yeah.
I'll probably go check.
I literally just
got
saw.
the keys, man.
I just saw Jordan Grace post about it.
Oh, okay.
Tommy Dreamer got the keys to the joint.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let me open up to you right here. Yeah, you're right. Well, it was still massive, and then like with the YS6 had over 25.
Wait, quick question. It's off brand. Was on brand, but off brand. Is the 2300 arena only used for wrestling though? Like the legit could it be possible that Tommy Dreamer legit like owns the keys and they just ask him to run the venue there, or like do they do other stuff there?
So they have the 2300 arena is mostly just used for wrestling because across the parking lot they have another venue that they use for weddings and stuff like that.
So it could be true that like if it was in a different world, Tommy Dreamer literally can just have the keys and they just ask him to run shows there.
I think it's the same world. I don't think it's a different. I don't think it's a different world. I think it's in this current galaxy world that we live in. Tommy Dreamer has some keys and he'd be like, "Hey, we need a Ring of Honor show. We need a TNA show. We need to. All right, I'll open it up today. It has to be." So when
didn't WWE run there?
Huh?
Or Evolve partnered with WWE and they ran there?
Yeah, so that fucking happened. So they had the wrestling shows there. They may have other events. I'm not necessarily sure, but right now it's always set up for wrestling, and we always be having the icons of wrestling that be there. But across the parking lot, there's another venue that's there that they be having weddings and stuff like that also. So obviously, they be probably to keep that to wrestling, keep the other stuff for all the other events. So
nice.
But still, the crowd was loud for Joe Hendry. They was really feeling this guy. But then we still wasn't done because he said we gotta do SmackDown in Chicago, CM Punk's hometown. Who's a Raw guy who said he gotta come to SmackDown to give us some news about update his injury. Well, CM Punk came out there. He was hugging Paul Heyman. He was standing down against the Bloodline with Cody and all that stuff like that. All great shit. Join with the crowd. Drew McIntyre said, "Nah. We ain't having that." Beat the shit out of CM Punk, bloodied him off screen. That driveway door opened up. He picked CM Punk up, limp body, and walked his ass right to the stage. Dropped him, and took his little bracelet that's going, talk about it. That had AJ's name and the dog's name on there, Larry, and walked off. That's how you do it. This gonna be a huge SummerSlam match. It may even main event. I doubt it though, but I'm just saying. But it's possible, and I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be one of three because I do think like there's some rumors about them trying to bring back.
Honestly, I think it opens.
It could open. It really could open.
Open up the show with CM Punk.
Yeah, because I think that this feud is going to because. Did y'all hear about the rumors that in October they think about bringing back Bad Blood for the anniversary of the first Hell in a Cell match? And because Triple H don't do theme pay-per-views anymore, thank God. So I think this will be the first of three, and Punk gets this one, McIntyre gets the second one, and then we get Punk and McIntyre in Hell in a Cell.
And we going straight to the cell, huh?
I think Punk too fragile for that right now.
Look, if you give him a rivalry, and first of all, this is WWE. They gonna make him play it safe. But look,
if this man jumped in the crowd and broke his foot.
But see, they won't have him jump in the crowd, Prime.
They can't control if he jump in there.
Yes, they can. Prime. Prime. This is WWE now. If Paul tells him don't do nothing, first of all, they don't have the arena to do shit like that. TNA was like AEW was right up on there, and you can crowd dive in there. Tony Khan didn't give a fuck. He was out there cheering, flying out his seat. Paul be like, what the fuck are you doing? That you know that's not happening. And then when he got injured again, when he was doing that fucking crazy ass match with Moxley, they not doing that. I'm just saying, if he get healed now, if he can get through SummerSlam, and then they can get.
He got injured his last match too. Well, the last 2 matches he got injured actually.
Yeah, but he was in there with Moxley, bleeding all over.
No, it was after Joe he got injured, and then after the Rumble he got injured. That's the last 2 matches he done had. He got injured.
Look, I'm not gonna try to just be like, just I want these matches. I'm like, at least give us that, get a WrestleMania moment, we'll be fine. If they can give him SummerSlam, after SummerSlam is whatever's in September. Bash at Berlin, I think it is. And then you can have McIntyre win that, and then come October you bring back Bad Blood, and you can do main event McIntyre versus CM Punk in Hell in a Cell. It's possible you can do that, and then hopefully
I wouldn't do it.
I get what you're saying. I say it's a possibility, but
if it's a more tame cell, then yeah.
Say what?
And I was gonna say if it's a more tame cell match, then yeah, like tame is in like one of the old school where they in the cell, they actually like doing cell moves and not worried about high spots. Then yeah, high spots.
Well, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre not gonna do high spots. You know that.
I'm talking about like as far as like Punk trying to, do the macho elbow from a ladder on something stupid like that. I don't need that.
Punk too old to do shit like that. I mean, he was.
you would think.
But you also thinking like who he working for? This is not AEW. He's not gonna be. He half that shit. He's not gonna be allowed to do. Or they gonna want, especially if he is their top star and makes money for them. You gotta preserve him the best way you can. So you gotta hope. First of all, you gotta hope he's clear for SummerSlam. That's number one. But I think writing him off right now, making sure he's clear so he can miss Money in the Bank. Because obviously, if he's healthy, the fans will automatically think, well, why not try to, go for Money in the Bank? Fuck that. Destroy him, take him out, have Drew try to win Money in the Bank, CM Punk screw him again, set that match up for SummerSlam, be like he's cleared to go, and do the match at SummerSlam. And if you get through that one matchup, cool. Do it again. Like, say CM Punk don't gotta wrestle every week on Raw. But we'll see what happens. And if he can just make it till next year's WrestleMania, give him a WrestleMania moment, and then say, bam, okay, we at least got what we paid for. But it's a hot rivalry right now, so you got.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
I need a pipe bomb, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought Drew was gonna give us a pipe bomb. I didn't know he was gonna beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, beat the dog shit, as you would say. Beat the dog shit out of him. But that still wasn't a top thing because at the end of SmackDown, Cody challenged Solo to a non-title match. Solo went to Paul Heyman and said, listen, Roman Reigns ain't never coming back. This is Suge Solo Knight's group.
Suge Solo. That's a fact.
You see them crush that red shirt he wear underneath his
I'm looking at it right now with the suit jacket and the vest.
That thing went from a t-shirt to a sweater to a crushed velvet type shirt. I'm like, bruh, it's getting more arrogant every week and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course, the Tongas come out there and because Cody's like, I don't bring my friends, you don't bring your friends. Soul said, fuck that. I'm bringing all Death Row. So the Tongas came out there, beat up Cody, and then of course Randy comes out there, and Kevin Owens comes out there to help out Cody, and they have Solo in the corner. He like, yo, chill, please. I'm sorry. Then he just looks up and starts smiling, and then that Samoan Werewolf, that Samoan Marshawn Lynch, whatever Beast Mode himself, whatever you want to call him, came out there.
Marshawn Fatu.
Yeah. Jacob Fatu entered, man. He kicked the shit out Cody, kicked the shit out Kevin Owens, kicked the shit out Randy, and he said, I'm taking out 3 top stars by myself. You sit back. He gave a Samoan drop to Kevin Owens on the steel steps. Out. He runs Randy Orton through the barricade. It didn't even break all the way. I'm like, damn, I feel bad for Randy back on that one.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't be more enforced, but he probably tried to take it easy because it's Randy Orton.
Yeah, because
because you injured Randy Orton on your first night, you probably done.
I'm about to say you saw what happened to Kennedy, right?
Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, after that backdrop, next thing you know, Mr. Anderson was in TNA. That's how that was. So yeah, it was like, oh, they didn't break all the way, but I was like, ooh. And then he go to Cody, and then he give him like a Uranagi on the side of the ring. He like, no, that's the champion. We gonna do more to that. That man set him up on the announce table, and bruh, when I tell you that, look, I see Logan Paul do it, but he's smaller. But when I see that big son bitch get up there and fly,
he's smaller than he used to be too.
He dropped a Henny.
Mm-hmm.
He had to. He dropped the Henny. He said, I gotta get WWE shape. This ain't MLW. That man leaped. I mean, it was like, as soon as he jumped, I heard the Seal song like, do, 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 do. And he just went over there, crashed down on Cody Rhodes, took all three of them out. The Tongas was on the outside, kind of like, whoa. Everything all right? Which, that gives Jacob Fatu the character of the unstable wild man that Solo brought in. And now, with him playing that character, I think I know how the story's going to go, bro.
Give us your prediction.
Okay, so now, once again, y'all free to say how y'all feel. But this is what I think is going to happen. With them illustrating that, because first of all, they're going to be right. Jacob Fatu is not a follower. He's a leader. And he's going to outshine Solo. I don't care how many Crushed Velvet things Suge Solo Knight got. He's going to outshine him. But he's the wild man. Even when the Tongas are kind of hesitant, he's the wild man in this thing. So what I think is going to happen is Solo will get kicked out of his own group. I think they're going to bring in that 6'8" Hikuleo.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to bring them in there, and they're going to take Solo out of his own group. And when Roman comes back at SummerSlam and the Usos reunite, he got to go back with his brothers. And then come SummerSlam.
Oh, he go with his brothers, and then the Tongas go with their brother.
Exactly. So at Survivor Series and War Games, you get old bloodline versus new bloodline.